Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our tarot reading for the week. So if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. I have a couple of things to let you know about, so we're going to go through that really quickly. The first of those being that if you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I'm constantly updating the page, so there's there's a lot of content for you if you are interested in seeing more from me. Also, I have listed the decks I'm using for this video, as well as a list of my social media links. If you want to get a hold of me outside of YouTube, you totally can. I am also taking private readings at this time. So yeah, please let me know if you're interested in getting a private reading. That's of course an option, not an obligation. So please don't worry if you can't or if you're not comfortable. It's totally fine. It's there for your consideration, and I thank you for that if you are looking into that. So again, please follow your heart on that issue. Yeah, I think that's about it. So we're going to get into our reading. I'm going to start with some oracle cards, and then we're going to go into our tarot. So let's see what we need to see, please. Okay. So we're going to start with the Temple of the Rose. This represents sacred power, expression, and scarlet codes. Okay. So there is the Temple of the Rose. Okay. All right. We have I Remember, which says the soul plan, and it represents the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. So there's that. Okay. We have Imrama, which asks, where are you being called to journey to? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And we have Healing Generational Patterns, which says leadership, action, and stamina. Okay. Okay. So for some of you, there is this sense of moving on. Basically moving on. I'm getting here with this Imrama card. Okay, I'm getting here with this Healing Generational Patterns card, because I'm getting the sense for some of you that there has been a pattern or a system of behavior, conditioned things that you've been operating under for a while, and those things at one point were comfortable. They were safe. You knew what to do because you had this system in place. Okay. But now it isn't as comfortable as you might have thought. Okay. It's you're starting to see little things that's like, ooh, that's not aligned. That's not really normal for me anymore. Okay. So you're starting to pick up on things that they're just not comfortable. They're not making your system comfortable anymore. Okay, and that should be a big sign, especially if you're in, if you're in a period of healing. Okay, the fact that there are little things in your space that don't feel comfortable anymore. Okay, you're starting to figure out you're starting to figure out that there are changes to make. Okay, there will always be changes to make, and it doesn't mean that you have to dive right in or be gung-ho about making them. Okay, because some of these are really big. Okay, and I don't want you to not acknowledge how this time is making you feel, because maybe some of this is going to take time. I'm bringing up this generational patterns card here. Yes, it's a time of taking action and leading yourself down this path, but you also want to take in accounts of your stamina as well. This is going to be a challenging time for you, and it might not be, you might not feel ready for it, okay? But you're enacting a bigger plan for yourself. Even if you don't know what that plan is, there's something here, there's something in this that's meant to help you connect to your sense of empowerment. Okay. This card specifically says sacred power, but what I'm reading this as is that there's a little piece of you that has gotten lost in the chaos of the world and things like that. So you might be feeling a little bit disconnected from yourself, and taking a look at this discomfort in your system, these little changes in your system, will help you bring back that power, that sense of you being able to express yourself, okay, and be free and open-hearted with that sense of expression, okay. So yeah, like I said, let me actually show you the cards here. There's a plan in place here, okay, and this plan is to bring you back to your sense of self and your sense of being able to be freely expressive, okay. Okay, so let's get into our tarot and see what we need to see. I'm going to read the main energy, and then we're going to look at some hidden energy, how do we clarify it, and how we're going to possibly be able to use it. Okay. 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 So I've had a couple of cards pop off the deck here. Okay. So we're going to look at the High Priestess to start off with, which is a good card to get for this, I think. So there is the High Priestess. Okay. We're going to see the Eight of Coins in reverse. Yes, I am reading that correctly. The Eight of Coins. Okay. And we're looking at the Ten of Cups. Ooh, okay. Okay. So the first question I have for you is, what have you been working hard at? Okay, I'm getting this Eight of Coins, and I'm going to show this upright because of the reason I'm asking, what are you working so hard at? The Eight of Coins is like diligence, putting a lot of effort into a meaningful task. Perfect, great, excellent. I love that for you, that you have the energy, the stamina to do this work. Okay. But because we're looking at it in reverse, I'm hearing that you need to give yourself a little bit of a break. Okay, because you've been hitting it hard, you've been going hard. It might be to the point that you're burning yourself out, potentially unintentionally. But this thing, whatever this thing you're doing is it means a lot to you. It matters to you. Okay, and you're willing to burn the candle at both ends in order to make this work. You're willing to put everything you have into this. Okay, that's good. That you found something that is important to you, and it's important above everything else. Sometimes you gotta go and have a nap, take a break, do something other than do something other than work. There it is. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do something other than work. And because you're in, some of you might be, I'm hearing, and I don't know if this is relevant or resonant with every one of you, but for some of you, there are some people-pleasing tendencies coming out in this. Okay, all right, take that as you will. Where that's leading me to is this High Priestess card. Because you are doing a lot of reflecting, you are picking up on a lot of things right now, and this is also why I'm saying there's something in your conditioned behavior that doesn't feel right anymore. Picking up on those things and reflecting on them is going to help you embody the lessons that you're learning right now. Okay, because maybe you have a job that maybe you have a job, and that job it pays the bills, it gets food on the table. Great, aces, I love that, but it's not making you happy. Okay, you were told, oh, as soon as you graduate college, you got to go to work. Or, oh, as soon as you get this project done, you got to do this. Like, there's something in here that's saying to me that you were kind of maybe not guided down your path wrong. I do think if this is true for you, if you have heard these things before from other people, they were well intended, but they're not aligned with your personhood. Okay, that's maybe a little bit of what you're picking up on, and that's why it's also why the sense of leading yourself and healing yourself along this journey is coming back to me. Again, pausing and reflecting on the discomfort in your code is going to it's going to help reveal a lot for yourself, especially in terms of what you need to be happy, what you need to be at peace. Okay, the possibility of emotional overflow is coming into this. Okay, because you'll be free to express yourself. Okay, you'll be very free to express yourself at the end of this recalibration. Okay. Let's see what else we need to see here, please. What else do we need to see? Okay. What else do we need to see? Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the Queen of Cups. Okay, we're going to start with the Queen of Cups. All right. We have the Five of Cups. Okay. There's the Five of Cups. Okay. And we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. All right. So part of this healing factor is that there have been some disappointments in your space that you have felt very deeply. Okay, this Five of Cups has, there's been some emotional, there's been some loss and emotional attachment to whatever it is that you don't have anymore, or you perceive that you don't have anymore. Okay, and you're feeling this to the extent that you feel like this is never going to go away, right? I'm saying this because the Queen of Cups is a deeply, deeply emotional, potentially super feeling energy. And you know what I mean by that? That you're feeling happy. Wow, you are feeling happy. You are not going to let people, you are not going to hide that happiness. Likewise, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling disappointment, you're really feeling it. You feel it deeply. Some of you might be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio signs, and water signs are, you know, they are emotional. Some of them have a better handle on it, but I'm a double water sign placement, specifically Pisces, Moon, Scorpio rising. I feel a lot, and I observe a lot, and I see a lot. Okay. Maybe that's you, or maybe you have, maybe you have a mind that's like, I'm storing all of these bits of information here. Those bits of information have given you a lot of hurt, a lot of disappointment. You're feeling it deeply. Okay. Whether or not you agree with me on this front, there's a blessing in disguise of all of this. Okay. Because remember, I said I'm bringing up this High Priestess card again. The blessing in disguise is that you have a period of picking up on a lot of information. Okay, that you have to give yourself the chance to come to that point. Okay, you have a lot of information coming at you. Okay, and this is going to feel really overwhelming, really strange. It's not going to be comfortable. Okay, because as I said, you're seeing things that aren't aligned in your pattern of behavior. And now it's like, oh, this doesn't make sense. Well, A, B, C, and D do, right? Because I'm looking at this and it's like, oh, that explains a lot over here, right? Pay attention. Okay, the best advice I can give with this Eight of Wands here is to pay attention. Okay, because you are, I'm going to beat it over the head again here. You're getting a lot of information. Okay, you're getting a lot coming in at once, potentially. Okay, and this is a good time to do this work, but you really do have to pay attention. Okay, pay attention because you're feeling a lot, you're going through a lot. Okay, and I can't guarantee any other cards, but I have the sense that there are people around you who love you, who see what you're experiencing and want you to know that you're not alone in doing this. There's the aspect of this Queen card here. This Queen of Cups card here has the aspect of being deeply kind and nurturing and wanting for your best. Okay, but likewise, they're deeply emotional. Okay. Okay. What else? What else do we need to see? Okay. What else do we need to see? Okay. Ace of Pentacles. So we're going to start with our Ace of Pentacles. Okay. All right. We have the moon. Okay, we have the moon. Ooh, okay. And we're going to see the devil. Okay. All right. So the main thought that I had when I saw the Ace of Pentacles, well, really all of the cards that came out right now, you have an opportunity to get yourself rooted again. Okay. I say it that way because there is this fear of the unknown that could potentially hold you back. Okay. Yeah, this fear of the unknown, these changes that you're making are like, okay, this is weird. I didn't think this was gonna happen. What do I do? Yeah, we don't know yet. We don't know quite yet. The world seems a little dark and it's cold, or in this case, if you're in the summer seasons, boiling hot. In which case, please be careful. But again, we don't know what to do, and there's this potential of being held back by it. We don't have to be, okay? We don't have to be, because once again, we're being called to get rooted. You know, be gentle, take your time, work with your stamina here, okay? But please know that even if things are dark and a little bit scary, okay, we have the ability to be leaders in our own life, to take action where we need to. Okay, and we don't have to be held back by what we knew and what was familiar. Okay, and that might seem a little bit counterintuitive. But again, there's things in our code that aren't quite they're not quite aligning correctly here. So that's what we're changing. Okay. And, you know, if this fear of the unknown was a factor in your personhood before, this is something you're possibly having to address right now. Okay. And I want to point out that there are these chain motifs, particularly with this card, but especially if you're looking at the Rider-Waite, the characters are chained around their neck and they look loose, but they're willingly holding themselves where they are. Okay, and that's the choice I want to bring up with you guys, is that you always have and you always will have a choice of whether you stay comfortable or whether you get going and explore your path. Again, this may bring up a lot of fear, but it doesn't have to hold you back. Okay. Okay. And finally, let's see what other bits and pieces of information do we need from our main energy here. What do we need? Okay. So we're going to look at the Two of Cups. Okay. Two of Cups. All right. We have the Five of Swords. Okay. Five of Swords. All right. And we have the Queen of Coins. Okay. So there's the Queen of Coins. All right. So, the thing that you're trying to do right now is, once again, we have the sense of grounding, okay? Getting here with the Queen of Coins here. But you're doing so for the reason that you want to, you're picking up on a lot of lessons, a lot of things that you're having to process right now, okay? Picking up the Eight of Wands again, because this is exactly the information that you're getting here. Okay, and this High Priestess card, these three cards suggest to me that you have, again, picking up on so much, okay, and the opportunity to pause and reflect, okay, so you can integrate what you're picking up on. There you go. That's your job right now, okay, and it's gonna feel weird. It's gonna feel weird. You might feel very conflicted about the things you're starting to notice, the things that you're starting to take in, okay? Oh, and the thing with this is, once you start looking at it, you can't unsee it. So you're seeing what you're seeing and being like, this sucks, I don't like this, I'm not sure what this is going to bring in for me. If you give it the chance, okay, if you give it the chance to settle in, remember that you do have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so there is the ability to come back to your sense of rightness, your sense of peace. Just basically, you being you is going to come a lot easier from looking at what isn't aligned. Okay, once again, conflict might come up. Internal conflict might be a factor in this. You got it though. I do feel that you're going to be able to do this work, okay, because you're not alone. It's a common message for those of you who are new to my page. It's a common message I always give here. But yeah, you're doing this work so you can be more free and be happy. Okay, be happy with yourself and your abundances, and yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see some hidden energy, please. What energy is hidden underneath our main energy here? Okay. So, hidden energy is going to start with our Nine of Swords. Okay. We have our Nine of Swords. Okay. We have Nine of Swords. We have the Five of Coins. We have the Five of Coins. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. And we're getting the Eight of Wands coming out again. Okay. So, hidden underneath our main energy, there's the sense of just enduring things and having to persevere through hardships. Okay. Some of you are thinking, well, I don't have it easy. My life is not easy. My life is not abundant. I have to work and work and work just to make ends meet. Okay. And that is, that's a rough place to be. That's truly a rough place to be. Because at some point, like, yes, you're a very determined person. I think some of you have very rooted, I'm going to say stubborn energy, and I'm calling myself out because I'm exactly like this. But there's something here that's I don't want to say stuck, but it is deeply rooted. Okay. Maybe, and because this is the Nine of Swords, so swords are associated with air. It's a representation of your mental state. You are genuinely fixating. Ooh, you're fixated on the lack. You're fixated on your lack. Okay, and that is not place you want to be. You instinctively, instinctively you know that this isn't where you want to be. And I think we just found our trigger for this healing process here. Okay? You know that you don't want to be stuck in the cold. You don't want to feel like you're burdening yourself. You don't want to feel like this is totally not, you want to feel like you can overcome this part of your journey. You don't want to just constantly white knuckle it. You don't want to have to just endure this situation. Okay. And you know this, you're being called to put in the work. You're being called to absorb the information that you're getting from trying to change these. Okay. Because there is a lot of information coming in. Okay. Now, with the Seven of Swords, there's some things that you've had to draw a boundary on, okay? Because the Seven of Wands is, you're standing in defense of your right to be where you are, okay? Where you are right now is not ideal for you, okay? This is what you're trying to change. And, there could be external conflict, outside of what you're feeling, that external stuff could be triggering you further. It could be making you hyperfixate on your perceived lack. Okay. I think this is more of a personal challenge to yourself, to kind of maybe reframe your mindset about your situation. That's not easy. I don't want to not acknowledge the fact that this is big. This is a very big issue that you're facing. Okay. And you may have to defend yourself or reframe your thoughts against some of the things that you've been conditioned to believe. Okay. Okay. So there is our hidden energy. Let's see some clarifying energy, please. What do we need to see to clarify this? Okay. All right. Once again, we're getting our Two of Cups. Okay. There's our Two of Cups. Okay. There are Two of Cups. We have, oh dear. Well, okay. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. There's our Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. We have the Emperor. Okay. We have the Emperor. Okay. And we have the Moon, which is a repeat card. Okay. All right. So there are some things here that suggest perhaps a little bit of emotional immaturity. Okay, if that doesn't resonate with you, please leave it behind. Don't try and internalize that. That's some of you that's going to resonate with, others of you that won't. I'm getting here because this Page of Cups is in reverse. So there have been things, that you haven't looked at, okay, and those things have kind of have held you back from growing, from really thriving and understanding your emotional intelligence. Now, let me acknowledge the fact that you might not have been ready. You might have experienced some significant trauma that has caused you to protect yourself and self-preserve. That happens to everybody. Okay, you're not alone in that. Okay, but the thing that we want to do is get you to this Page of Pentacles in the upright. I'm saying it like that because the Page of Pentacles is, you're at a point in your journey where you've learned lessons, you've picked up on a lot, you've done so much work. Bestie, you've done so much work. And, now it's time you picked up on what you need. Okay, again, this Two of Cups here is coming out. Okay, we'll talk about it in a minute. But this you're trying to get yourself to really sink those lessons into your bones and your cells and literally every part of your personhood. I mean, don't make this your entire personality, but what you picked up on, you want to get it into your energetic space so that you can't argue that it isn't there. I hope that made sense. Because this is cups. Okay, this is the Suit of Cups, or in this case, it's the chalices. You are a deeply emotional person, and now you want to figure out how to use your emotions to propel you forward even further. Okay, and this is where our Two of Cups here. You're integrating. All of that to say, you're integrating what you know, and you want to get your Page energy in the upright. Okay, again in reverse. All right. Now, you also want to acknowledge that things don't look, you don't know how they're going to look after all of this. There'll be a lot of changes, and I do think there'll be good changes because we do have the Ten of Cups previously. But we don't know how things are going to look, and that could be what's keeping you in this Page of Cups in reverse energy here. Okay, what you need to know, what you need to understand, okay, is that you are your own authority. Okay, you are your own authority. Whether it looks that way right now, it's fine if you don't see it, okay, because you are working on integrating that information. Okay, things are up in the air, and you know that, you feel it, you sense it, but you have the authority to bring down the bits and pieces of information that you need in order to keep going. Okay, so there's the Emperor. All right, how do we use this? What can we see for how best to use this energy at this time? Okay, so love this. So we're going to look at our Queen of Wands. Okay, we have our Queen of Wands. We're looking Haha. So we're getting the 8 of Pentacles coming out again, the 8 of Coins. Okay, 8 of Coins. Okay. We have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Okay. I think this is also a repeat card. Okay. And we have the Hierophant in reverse. Okay. So what we need to do right now in order to really use what we're looking at right now is we need to understand that we have a lot of energy. We really do have a lot of energy. Sometimes we need to pull back, okay? But sometimes, going all in, all guns a-blazing, sometimes we need to go really hard at something we feel really passionate for, okay? Saying this because we have the Queen of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, okay? This thing, whatever this thing you're looking at right now is, it does mean a lot. And I do think there is value for you in this, okay? Again, 8 of Pentacles. This is diligent, hard work. Again, this character is like, yeah, I did this. This is cool. Let me hang this up. Okay. That's the kind of energy that you're bringing in right now. Okay. And you're willing. You are so willing to do this work. Specifically, reflecting and bringing in new information. This is important to you. Instinctively, you know this is important to you. And you're willing to do it even if it exhausts you, even if it makes you feel crappy, right? You're willing to do it because this is part, you figured out that this is something you're passionate for. This is something that gets you out of bed during the day. It's like, okay, yeah, I can do this. I got this. I'm okay, right? Be aware. Okay, be aware that you can make progress and you can keep going forward, but you don't have to abandon your personhood. You don't have to abandon your moral compass or your values. Okay, you know what's right for you. And the message that I would have after all of this is, please know that you are only human and you can make your achievements, you can make your goals come to pass, but you need to give yourself a break occasionally too. Okay. So that is what I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for being here, for taking in this reading with me. I hope it was helpful and resonant for you. Again, if you like what you see in the video, please click all of the buttons, get in touch with me. Again, I am available for private readings if you feel that would be on your heart to sit with me for. Yeah, I hope that I'm excited to give you this reading. So thank you for being here. I will see you in the next one, but until then, stay safe and I love you lots. Bye, everybody.